Welcome back to Grassroots Media, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Greene County Express Steve and Gregg Show, where we cover everything on the hardwood with the South Greene Lady Rebels basketball team. As always, I'm joined here with South Greene head coach Steve and Gregg. Coach, how are we doing this afternoon?
I'm doing well, you?
I'm doing well. Closing on the regular season now. You have one game left that was rescheduled from earlier in the year. We'll touch on the last two that you've had previously in the last week with Chucky Doak and North Greene. One being the conference game with Chucky Doak that you ended up getting a win out of, and then the non-conference in-county game with North Greene that ended up resulting in a loss. Take me through both of those games and take me through the action.
Chucky Doak game was really all it lived up to be. You know, it's the most packed environment we've played in a few years. Like, you know, I preluded to it that, you know, both communities are prideful and going to pack it out, but they really did. Like, it was probably standing room only, and I stood for the whole boys game, but it didn't disappoint. I think we ended up winning by 5, but you know, it was nip and tuck the whole game, and both boys and girls game were good ones to watch. You know, maybe not as easy to coach in, but we were fortunate to come away with the win and a big conference win. So if we can take care of business tomorrow, we'll be co-champs with Hampton, and that's, you know, first check off your box.
Mm-hmm. And then you get the one with North Greene the other night, too. Always tough to go down there and play at North Greene, as we've always talked about before. Take me through that game.
Yeah, we could learn a few things from that one. Wasn't the ending that we wanted, but, you know, we're a type of team that needs to take care of business first 3 quarters. That way outside circumstances don't creep in, and you know, outside variables can get in the way in a ball game. But didn't shoot it particularly well, and they made a couple more buckets than we did, and definitely made more free throws or had more free throw attempts than we did. So things that we can build on is, you know, like I said, trying to have a lead after 3, and when we do have a lead, you know, going in the fourth quarter, we're pretty strong, but we just can't let outside circumstances interfere with the ball game. And, you know, sometimes you can't control that, but we didn't shoot it particularly well. So one area that we could have controlled was rebounding. And, you know, that's kind of what I told the girls. You know, they were a little disappointed. And I said the game changed really there when we decided we didn't want to go rebound. And you can't beat anybody on a bad shooting night and then get out rebound by 20. So that's about all I'm going to say about that one. There were missed opportunities to go get a rebound on both the offensive and defensive side.
Sometimes that kills you in basketball games.
Yeah, and you know, you wouldn't think that would kill you in a big county rival, heated end of the year type, you know, getting ready to go into the district tournament point of the season. But sometimes that stuff has to hang around in order to fix it and work on it, and it's a good thing that called our attention now and not next week when we start our district tournament.
At least it was a non-conference loss that you could kind of learn from too, because you would rather lose to North Greene rather than Chucky Doak or Happy Valley, I assume, just because then you wouldn't be co-champs, and then that kind of leaves the door open for them to understand, like, hey, we can beat them come tournament time. Yeah,
I mean, it's everything you do on the season is just, you know, practice for the tournament. So hopefully we can continue our district season and tournament, because it's really big this year to win the district tournament. Mm-hmm. With what's hanging around the region and even hopes of sectional. So trying to dodge the number 1 in the other district.
You have a chance to do that next week, though. We got to take a break first before we talk about that. Got one more game left in the regular season also with Happy Valley tomorrow night. Tonight as this airs, I guess, but we'll go ahead and talk about that in just a minute after this commercial break on Grassroots Media.
At Corner Pond, the friendly and knowledgeable staff has the experience necessary to help you out regardless the need. Have an item of value you'd like to pawn or sell? Corner Pond can help. They pawn numerous items of value, including firearms, tools, ammunition, silver, coins, and much more. When you walk through their doors, you'll find well-stocked shelves full of electronics, gaming systems, fishing and hunting equipment, car audio and accessories. And don't forget about the room full of guitars and basses and amplifiers, or their outside lawn and garden equipment. Corner Pond is a case knife dealer and carries numerous used knives as well. Stop by and let the friendly staff at Corner Pond help you today at 432 East Bernard Avenue, Greenville, Tennessee.
Pizza Inn's new Right Way Buffet is open and ready for you and your family. Now with new garlic buttery crust and stuffed crust pizza, along with salads and desserts. It's the best part of your day. The all-day, everyday buffet. Only at Pizza Inn Greenville.
Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Greene County Express Steve and Gregg Show, where we cover everything on the hardwood with the Lady Rebels basketball team. As always, I'm joined here with South Greene head coach Steve and Gregg. So you've got one game left in the regular season now with Happy Valley. That'll close not only your regular season, but I think it'll be on Friday night, the same night as Johnson County will be playing West Greene. So the whole conference's regular season will end tomorrow night too, and after then we'll know the seedings with the district tournament going into it. The only one we know as of right now is Chucky Doak is locked in at the 3 spot. Everything else is still up in the air at this point. I know you need to take care of business tomorrow night to make sure you get that split of the regular season district championship and to make sure you get that 2 seed too. So talk about your expectations tomorrow night, what you expect when you go up there and play on the road.
Just business-like approach. Definitely be better than we were last time we took the floor. Don't come in preconceived notions that what we did the last time is going to happen this time. But we do have to win that one, maybe get a little confidence going into the district tournament. And, unfortunately, we lost the drawing of a number. So if we do split with Hampton for co-champs, then we'll get the number 2 seed, which is important, too, because you don't have to play a play-in game to get to the regional tournament. So anytime you can get in the regional tournament without having to win a game is always big. So just hopefully we can erase the last time we played. Still pleased with our defense. I mean, since Christmas we're holding teams under 50 points. I mean, last time we played, held a team to 43 and lost. So typically South Greene offensive team, if you hold somebody to 43, I'll take my chances of winning. But you can't combat a bad shooting night and have unnecessary turnovers and beat a good team. So still the same concepts that we need to focus on in practice is valuing the ball on both sides. And that starts with rebounding. So we are going to make that a big focus this week is win the 50-50 balls that are optional. If you put forth a little effort, you'll find a way to get them and get back to setting more team goals of being on the plus side on the rebound margin.
How beneficial is it that you get to play a game this close to the district tournament? Because I know I just talked with Coach Hosey, and he talked about it could potentially be a large layover between games if somehow West Greene upsets Hampton. Then he would have, I don't know how many days of a layoff that is, but with you being able to push your game with Happy Valley until Friday, and then your first district game maybe being, I think, next Friday? Is that a week stretch? So
next Thursday's when
the
we
next
play.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get a little bit of a break right there. But if it weren't for this Happy Valley game, then there could have been an even larger break. How beneficial is it that you kind of get to play one more game before that district tournament, so close in space?
Yeah, I mean that's a positive, but just as it's a positive, it was equally a negative when we had all that snow and the boys got to play that game. And we were a little sluggish leading up to that because we couldn't work in the girls' game. So we were really negative at that point because we wanted to play and sit around for all the snow. And so I guess it will be a little bit advantageous for us to get this last game behind us. And since we hopefully won't have to play as a 3 seed, we can play as the 2 and not have to play that extra game.
I guess now that I think about it, too, you had a game originally scheduled for the 9th, too. That was the Crockett game at home, wasn't it? That was originally senior night. So, yeah, you would have had a game on Friday, too, that would have taken up that space. But as of right now, still kind of up in the air about how things will be when we sit down next week. We don't know as of right now. But after this airs, if you keep up with my Twitter, Tate Russell's Twitter, or the Grassroots Media Twitter or Facebook page, then you'll be able to figure out what to expect going into next week's district tournaments. But as for now, I think that's all we've got, Coach. Once again, I appreciate you for sitting down with me. Thank you all for watching this week's edition of the Greene County Express Steve and Gregg Show. Look forward to seeing you all next time here on Grassroots Media.